Does Tilly constantly have bedhead? Yes, I do. Okay, we're gonna some awesome dog treats. 1 egg, probably like 1/4 to 1/3 cup of molasses blackstrap, probably like 1/2 cup of peanut butter. You don't really have to measure. I use a little bit of rosemary salt that I make. Ooh, what? Just to give it a little flavor. I also use about 2,000 milligrams of turmeric. And then I do some water with some bouillon, beef bouillon in it. And then flour. Don't measure because it's for the dog treats, so it doesn't need to be perfect, but they will worship the ground you walk on. I'll show you what the consistency we're looking for. How much bouillon? I put a nice good tablespoon into like 1/2 cup of water, 1/3 cup of water, just to get some really good beef flavor. It'll cool off after a while, but you're gonna add this last. All right, just get that, let that sit for a bit, and then we're gonna open these bad boys up and put them in. I opened the turmeric powder, threw it in there. Now we are, sorry, it's a little shaky. It's morning. Now we're gonna throw in some cinnamon too. Basically just healthy spices for the bod. Like a good pinch of good salt, like Himalayan or Celtic salt, whatever, Celtic salt you like. All right, just like any other batter, you're gonna add your flour. You can add it, we're just going for a certain sort of consistency. That's about 1 cup. You can use all-purpose flour, oat flour, any kind of flour you want, especially if your dog has, gluten issues, but just make sure that it's dog friendly, Check online first. A reputable vet source. Good. We'll probably be adding some more flour, but alright. Nice. Very nice. You can add straight up oats too, but I just added the entire 1/3 cup of water with the bouillon in it. And so it's going to be kind of turning back to a little bit more mushy. Now, we're just going to keep adding flour until it turns into a hard ball that you can roll out, okay? Or a soft hard ball that you can roll out. I added another 1/2 cup. We'll see what happens. Starting to clump up good. Nice. I'm going to scrape this and then we'll try again. I just scraped the bowl to get the wet mixture incorporated. I'm going to add just like a tablespoon more of flour. And then it should be ready. There we go. Not easy going. Perfect. This will be great. Yep, it's ready. Here we go. I use chunky peanut butter. And also make sure your peanut butter doesn't have xylitol because that's bad for dogs. Just real sugar. All right, let's roll this out. It almost has a Play-Doh consistency, so I kind of press it out. You can put another layer of parchment over the top if that's easier for you to roll it out. You can add a little flour so it doesn't stick, but it shouldn't stick at this point. See, nothing's sticking to my hands. Let's roll it out and then we'll cut it into strips. All right, look at that. Got that thin. You can see the little dots of turmeric. Our oven is preheated to 300 and now we're just going to cut it into strips. If you are a Martha Stewart type A, you can cut little hearts or whatever you want to do. We'll use, cookie cutters, but I just use a pizza cutter and I cut it like this. All right, there we go. That's all we need to do. We don't need to separate anything. We're going to put this on a tray. Bake it at 300 for at least 30 minutes. We're just trying to dry it out completely so these little strips can break into smaller pieces. There we go. See you soon. Okay, after like 15 minutes, it's pretty cooked through. It's still soft to the touch. So we're gonna just drop it to 200 degrees for 15 more minutes, just to try to dry it out completely. What's in the box? Oh no, what's in the box? All right, out of the oven. 20 minutes at 300 or so, 20 minutes at 200 or so. It can go anywhere from 30 to 40 minutes total, depending on the moistness. Just pushes back a little, but these are treats that you don't need to bag up. You want to let them get dry. The drier, the better, because they love the crunch. In fact, this one is skulking around for some treats, aren't you? Yeah. All right, once they get cool, we're just gonna break them up into little bits like that. And then just put them in, I reuse glass jars and throw them in there, top off. And they will last for weeks, but they won't last for weeks because your dogs are gonna love them. And they're way healthier and cheaper. All right, sit. Pizza. Uppies. 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 Stay. Stay. Hudson, speak. Can you speak? What do you say? Good dog. Good dog. Enjoy.